So that was a long day for a concealed carry class. 7:30 is when it started, and it ended at 5. There was an hour lunch, but holy crap. But it was really cool to just kind of get in there. I am so glad I spent over a month going to the range and practicing myself. Of course, I'm my biggest critic, so every time I, went up to, do my thing, it was just like the analyzing, but this is my journey, so. And then the hours of, going through information, which they should have, did, lecturing and then pew-pewing and then more of lecturing. I mean, you shouldn't call it lecturing. But it was just really interesting because I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, wow, these are situations they're preparing you for to defend your own life. And I know that we've been doing this as a species. We've been defending ourselves since forever. But it was just weird to kind of just be sitting there realizing that you're on this journey of, protecting yourself on a whole new level. My method of self-defense over the last, 20 years, if you will, was building my body to be strong. And if not strong, to look strong. Because I'll tell you this, growing up in the Mormon church in southeast Idaho, sheltered as... Yeah, they didn't prepare you, or at least in my case, they don't prepare you for anything. They prepare you for marriage and babies. They don't prepare you for SA. They don't prepare you for, shit. Because it's just like, oh, we don't even lock our doors at night because nobody's going to do anything. Yeah, it was that shelter. And as I got older and realized that, oh yeah, men are dangerous, or people are dangerous, or I'm not, immune to attack, I was just like, well, usually in, statistics, if they're going to attack you, it's, they go for the weaker ones. They go for the ones who look like they can't handle themselves. They don't go for the, this looking type person. And I'm not saying my tattoos have anything to do with this, because they don't, but I'm just talking about when I decided to start building muscle, when I got into bodybuilding, when I got into powerlifting. I mean, I wasn't really thinking, oh, I'm going to defend myself. It was just more like, I'm going to build myself into someone who doesn't look like an easy target. Now, am I really good at self-defense, or that's a whole nother story. But as I've been on this new journey for a few months now, it's just crazy, because you always hope that you'll never be in that situation, but as history on an everyday level, even in this country, especially in this country, as we are seeing, criminals are everywhere, and criminals don't care. Criminals aren't going to look at you and be like, she might be an easy target, or she might not be, but who cares, because I'm on a bunch of drugs and I'm going to do whatever I want. So you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. You should be prepared. So that's why I started this whole new journey of not just, putting myself in really good physical condition for the most part. Let's not get carried away. I'm no superhero. But just, having the means to protect myself, my home, by any means necessary. And after the class was over, after I packed up all my pew-pews, and I was just like, all right, what's the next class? And I'm looking at it and I'm just like, oh, that'd be a good one to take. But then it's just like, oh, money, all this, cost of everything. I need to get me some insurance, because that's, it's just, what do you do? Get a second job, probably? Sell some pictures? I'm kidding. Oh, God. I hate it when people say, oh, money doesn't buy you happiness. I hate those people. I hate that talk. Because to me, money buys stability, and stability makes me happy, and so, but I don't know why I put that in there. Oh, that's right, because everything costs, and the cost of everything is just going up exponentially as, time goes on, and our government gets shittier and shittier, because we have a shitty, president, and his, shitty, it was just funny because, they asked in the class, why are you here? I mean, and they're like, write down, on your piece of paper, why are you here? And I'm looking around the room and I'm like, why are people having to write this down? And they're like, write it down because we're going to come back to it. I'm like, Who doesn't know why they paid $100 and take like 9.5 hours out of their day? Who needs to write that down? I'm sorry, I thought it was fun. It's like the guy, he kind of looked at me and I was like, I'm here because our country is just getting worse. Shit's getting worse and it's not getting any better. And I have myself to protect myself. I am, I live my life myself. And it's getting to the point where I am all I have to protect myself. And I was just like, who needed to write that down to know that? Either way, I think that every woman, every person, but especially women, should look into getting a concealed carry permit and carrying, of course. Start small. I started out with a little, 380 and I love it, but, it's just little. And then I got it, but there's something, and you hope you never have to use it. You hope you never have to use it. But you are, your priority. And if you have children, be that parent that has that, to protect yourself and your kids and get involved. I'm completely committed to this and I want to take more classes and continue, maybe I cut back on, protein supplements. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, if I cut back on, maybe my streaming services, maybe I cut back on my, video apps, that I use for editing or whatever, because priorities. And it's really too bad that this app is so fucked up that we can't, talk about these things without using code words, and I can't show videos of me using my pew-pews, even though it was under the safest of circumstances, but that's the world we live in, so be careful out there. Get involved.